In this video, I'm going to go over why I upgraded from the Pocket to the GX12. Also, was it worth it? Find out in the video. Jump around. I'm going to have chapters in my video below, or you can just jump to the end where I have my conclusion and thoughts, but otherwise stick around and I'll tell you how this compares to my Pocket that I was using before. This here is the Radiomaster GX12. They now have it in a whole bunch of colors. And the one I got is the ice blue. I'm not going to do like a full review or anything because there's already tons of videos, but there are some things that have changed. One thing that has changed is that in all the reviews, they mentioned that these buttons here were momentary buttons with a firmware update that would change it to a switch, and that is now the case. So if you press it, you'll see it'll actually have a logical switch that keeps it up, and this is all done and customized in the hardware menu. So you can change these from, you can change it back to momentary switches if you want. Otherwise, they're default 2-position switches now. The other thing that I wasn't so clear about before I picked it up was that if the gimbals that come with these were aluminum. And so just to confirm that they're aluminum CNC gimbals. They're called the G01s, I believe. They're not full-size gimbals, but they are slightly bigger than the Pocket gimbals. The Pocket, I believe, has like the nano-sized gimbals, and you can replace it with aluminum CNC, right, for the AG01s. My verdict is that the CNC aluminum part doesn't add any more control than you had before. If anything, I feel like I'm slightly worse off because these have really strong centering force. So when I move from left to right or up and down on the roll and pitch, it's awkward because I now feel that center more. Whereas the Radiomaster Pocket, I could loosen it pretty much all the way where like I couldn't find the center anymore, but it still snapped to center. So for me and my movements, like it felt more natural as I move left and right. I think that's just something to get used to. One benefit is that it does have the sticky grip ends. These are good enough that I don't need to replace them like I had to on the Radiomaster Pocket, where on the Pocket, those things were sharp as heck and would always dig so deep into my thumbs because, well, I hybrid on my roll and pitch and I thumb on my throttle and yaw. These here though, like even though they are metal, they just have a less sharp points and more teeth at the top and then also teeth on the side. So they're awesome. They're self-extending, so you can change the length of them. So on mine, I actually have, because I thumb on there, I actually shorten it to the very bottom. That's why there's no metal showing here. But then on the roll and pitch, I extended it because I pinch, and it's nice to have that extra room get to the corners if I need to. So yeah, I'm really happy with the fact that I don't have to replace it. That just adds more value to this controller. I know from the reviews they say that springs are a lot softer, but that's actually how I prefer them anyways, because people coming from the AG01s, they say that they're too soft, but for me, I find they're like, I would want them softer if I could. So I already loosened them up a lot, especially on the throttle. Like you can see, I can easily move it with my fingers here. They were perfect tension for me. One of the things was looking for is just a lot more switches, because get to playing around with Edge TX later on when I build my 5-inch, then I just want more controls because I plan to put a gimbal on there just for cinematic purposes, and then with the ability to move them with like different sliders. I already did some special functions here. That's why it's going to be talking to us as I flip switches and whatnot. In fact, just to save myself a channel, I made a pre-arm on here where there's a special function that lets you press these buttons. And if so, then, you know, they're going to light up, right? So I made a pre-arm where if I hit this momentary button here, it's going to turn green. And this will let me know that, you know, if I ever accidentally have left it on and forgot that I've already pre-armed, then I can cancel it. So I made this button, programmed it to disable it. Otherwise, allows you to hit my arm switch up here. And then as soon as I disarm, then it's going to disable the pre-arm again. The other benefit from the Pocket is just the screen is a lot more visible. You know, having this OLED screen and then being able to have these deep blacks and just having white show on it, it's a lot more legible. Of course, not as good as the TX15, which I also toiled over. I do have like a lot of regret. I wish I could have both of them. And I actually think it's like the best value controller with everything that comes in that package. However, I wanted the smaller form factor of the GX12. So the Boxer is, slightly larger, or sorry, the Boxer, Boxer TX15 are larger than the GX12. And not only that, they're also heavier. Because I wanted to replace my Pocket instead of having two controllers, I found the GX12 a happy medium. And then plus, the folding sticks to be able to store it away. Like I hated having to unscrew them all the time when I was working with the Pocket, but that's because I had custom stick ends, right? So here though, I don't need to do that anymore. I can just fold in the sticks. I bought a 3D printed protector for it, and it just goes right into my bag. The other thing, I wanted to play around with the GemX for crossband so that I could have both 900 and 2.4. This is not something that is gonna apply to anyone else, but I'm just a network nerd. It's fun. I want to see what the drone is capable of in terms of wireless signal when I eventually build my 5-inch, which is actually really soon. Then I'm gonna put on the GemX receiver on there, and we'll see what sort of range we can push with 900. I know it's not for range, it's more for reliability, and that's important to me too. In the end, was this worth 2.5 times the cost of what it would have cost me to start with the Pocket? And frankly, I think the answer is no. I was happy with the Pocket, and it did everything that I wanted to do. All these new ambitions that I have to play around with the other parts of FPV are kind of just like icing on the cake, because like flying is the ultimate joy, and the Radiomaster Pocket allowed me to do all that. There were opportunities for me to upgrade because one, there was the Black Friday sales coming up, and I also want to get the most resale value for my Pocket while it's still relevant and like highly recommended. There's like an influx of other controllers on the market now, even from Radiomaster, that are meant for the beginner pilot. And so I know that once that comes into the market, then maybe the Radiomaster Pocket might lose its sheen and I can't get as much for it. So I wanted to resell it while it was still at its high value. And that's why I actually don't even have it to show anymore, because I was able to offload my Pocket. The other question is, do I regret not getting the TX15? If I was to get the TX15, I would have wanted to get the TX15 Max, and that was more expensive than what I got here. And the reason why I want the TX Max is because like I find that the GX12 actually has pretty decent value if you're willing to give up some of glamorous features, from the TX15, like the LEDs, the touchscreen, which actually would have been pretty awesome because I'm getting into playing around with Edge TX more. But this here comes with aluminum CNC gimbals. They feel great. I have small hands, so they're perfect for me. I found the Pocket perfect for me already, and then moving up one step instead of going all the way to full size, like this here is just that sweet spot. I'm still getting used to it, but I could tell that like they are quality, they're gonna last, which is great because I don't plan to upgrade anytime soon. I say that now, famous last words. Consumerism is a bitch, and they'll probably get me wanting more other stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with the purchase overall, and I don't think it's for everyone like to enjoy the hobby. You don't need it. For me to push this hobby into that next level that I want to take it, then it was the right decision for me. Hope you enjoyed this video and learned some more about the GX12, and let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, or if you are going to get a new radio, because I'd love to hear others and sharing this buyer's remorse that I usually get after I get something expensive for myself. Thanks for watching. Bye.